So Jeff, I got a question. So if you look at the word anxiety, right? The root word is that is the root word of
Angst.
anxiety, anxious, anxious, whatever.
ANGST, angst, anxiety.
Okay,
It basically describes dissonance.
okay.
So
So
dissonance. What is cognitive dissonance? Dissonance is the thing you feel that's uncomfortable when what you see and what you believe aren't matching up. Fear can create that and everything else, right? So
okay,
it's an emotion,
it's an emotion. Okay, so it's an emotion.
and
So
emotions are energy
okay, so
at different wavelengths.
so since
Like
we
this.
all feel emotions, right? We all feel different.
Not everybody
So
does.
well,
There's the psychopaths or the sociopaths, the ones that
so
they don't understand.
okay, so here's my question. So
Narcissists.
people say, "Oh, I have anxiety," like it's a condition. So if I feel angry, is that a condition? If I feel happy, is that a condition?
Well,
So would that fit as a
it,
legitimate mental condition, or is that just you have an emotion?
that's an emotional, but
But it's not a
when
condition.
it well,
Like I have anxiety.
so now you're talking about conditions, but then there's disease, there's syndromes, it's like they used to say PTSD was post traumatic stress disease. Disease says there's something wrong with you. So they're trying to say it's a syndrome, and it's a syndrome because it's your
You're just saying anxiety is a syndrome. Is that what you're
well,
saying?
it's an emotional reaction to a stimulant and how you're perceiving the stimuli.
But it's not a condition like
It can be.
this person's autistic, or you know what I mean?
It's just what they're feeling based on what is driving that and how they respond to it. So I was watching one of the shows a while back, and some
I
people
agree.
just have anxiety for a lot of reasons. And this guy, he's talking, says, "Oh yeah," he says, "So I have, as a kid and everything else, anxiety is like Asian with it." And he says, "But so my father," he says, "Well, make it your friend. Change how you see it."
And you have the control to do that yourself.
That's neuroplasticity. That's how to change your mind.
But so you're saying you don't need help to do that? Like, oh, you need a professional.
We go back to 7.5 lessons about the brains. You need more brains to evolve. Okay. So you can't do it in isolation. So you have. It takes others around you, and we do it by telling stories. The way we understand things in life is we stories. We tell stories about things for us to understand. We understand deeper concepts through the use of stories, analogies. I've always known analogies. I love doing different analogies.
Would that fit into counseling?
I try to,
or no.
Well, some people actually may need mentoring. So let's call it mentoring instead of counseling. Instead of head shrinking or whatever, let's take the stigmata terminology away from it.
I like that.
The thing, if you're not the only person, it's just your unease, your emotional unease, and the energy you're created for whatever the reason, whatever those are. What triggered that? What happened early on
in your life?
In your life, what trauma, whatever has you,
the trauma,
how you raised the people, because we're simply reacting to the information we received when we were, babies. I mean, we really don't start to remember shit until we're at 3 and 4. I think that's kind of a basic.
I can go back to 4.
And those that you remember are because something traumatic happened during those memories.
Got it.
Something that triggered your emotional energy to a peak. Whether that peak was a positive or a negative. Because that's what pain and pleasure is. We all see it as a positive and negative. It's two sides of the same coin. It's just our energy at a different frequency, right?
That's well said.
Remember, we're all about energy. We got it flowing through us. We can.
That's well said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your heart's not working right because the electrical signals are off. They can change the frequency.
That's why a lot of those
adapters break out of adapter.
Yep, exactly.